Hello and welcome to the channel Beautiful Enigmas. My name is sorry. My name is Quinlan Morgan and welcome to whatever weirdness decides to take place today. I am a bizarre human being just trying to take it one day at a time. Now, starting this video, I don't even know exactly how to start it. But honesty, I continuously to take a step back, sit, reflect, and again, try to be myself as much as possible, or if anything, try to be very more open, honest, and legit, vulnerable as much as possible. I'm not going to exactly deny the fact of recording myself. I am extremely uncomfortable. And I'm again talked about this previously in other videos, but again, it's just one of those realistic points that I talk about myself. And again, trying to be more open and honest, even with myself and personal. But it is the fact that I try to be more vulnerable as much as possible, but I already know the fact that I am indeed a very rigid person. I am like legit. If you had to put a certain pinpoint into it, I have a heart. I'm just jaded. It's like literally, I have indeed a heart. I'm just unfortunately, I just have a cold personality behind it. So I'm just very selective. And on honesty, I continuously fighting within myself, especially since continuously, well, if anything, we all have that energy between imposter syndrome and then I continuously to live inside my head, continuously trying to figure out what exactly would gain more audience. I continuously to figure out like maybe I don't have nothing to say, maybe I do, maybe I do. It's an internal battle within myself and it's exhausting. But me being able to just show up as myself, admit the fact that I am indeed a very bizarre neurodivergent person who has weird particular things that go on within my own mind and certain things I say, which, yeah. But it's really the fact that every time continuously to record and upload, continuously to have a inner battle with myself, not gonna exactly lie, because again, being vulnerable, being seen, feel like you actually have worth something to say. It's like legit, it's a very endless continuation that makes one spiral. But all honesty, I already know the fact that I don't exactly know how things will turn out if I don't continuously to try, if I don't continuously to move forward, or if anything, just continuously try to just keep going, put it out there, regardless of anything. And that's one of the things I continuously to reflect upon myself because I know the fact that I continuously to live in a certain pattern between legit gaining momentum and then literally feeling very depleted, and I just don't want to continuously doing that either. Or if anything, I move on to something else, lose interest for that. Again, if anything, you could say I probably have a personality of a cat, which is indeed honest. So, but it really is that, and I continuously to realize the fact of, yeah, I literally continuously to put myself in a whole infinite loop, a continuously of a whole hamster wheel circle. I do. And I continuously trying to learn not to do that. It's an endless battle trying to figure out what I need to stop doing, what I need to focus on, and what exactly I need to go ahead and do that helps me move forward in life and actually achieve anything. The honesty, put in the work, time, effort, Because again, legit, like I said, this whole channel itself is like trying to feel like the weird side of being human. But only way to do that is you have to show up as yourself and legit just let your energy, your personality flow through. And all honesty, I continuously to try to figure out, well, what is my personality? What exactly is me? What exactly is the full me once I remove everything else? Honestly, a complicated mess. But being able to sit here, say it face to face, it definitely does. Ooh, excuse me. Definitely helps. So again, continuously to be very raw, exposed, open, and honest as much as possible. I am not exactly saying I'm a whole channel that's trying to be an influencer or a guru. Not really. I'm just a weird person making videos depending on whatever goes on in the bizarreness of my mind. That's about it. But if anything, trying to keep it more light, just mostly when I do a different recording video, just mostly go towards a in dive on that. But today it was just mostly just me speaking as myself and between certain ups and downs I'm going through. But I'm going to keep it very light today, especially since I found out today is Yaoi Day. I ain't know Yaoi Day existed. I really didn't, and I feel ashamed. And I call myself a Yaoi queen, and I legit didn't know there was a Yaoi Day. I feel ashamed. I indeed hope the Yaoi gods feel like I am so sorry. But legit, then again, Yaoi Day is an every day for me. Legit, I can't even go 24 hours without Yaoi. I'll admit it, I am indeed a Fujoshi. If you don't know what that means, it basically means a girl who has more particular interest that's more of a whole boy love related, who loves anything between man on man stories or anything of the whole man relationship smut stories. I admit it, I am indeed a woman who enjoys spicy male stories. Why? Because sometimes they're interesting. Even though legit yaoi, you can have the same equivalation from anything gay to same thing as a straight story. You really could. Like, don't get me wrong, I still enjoy a good straight story. Just sometimes just like yaoi be more entertaining. You read, oh god, because legit, there be some stories that I read and just like, oh lord, why? But I guess also, in more in the sense category, it just more, you kind of get bored with certain dynamics or the whole typical thing. I say some, not all. Because legit, Yaoi also follows the same formula as well, but it mostly depends on the author and how they use said trope, the said typical, and then try to do something new and fresh with it. Or if anything, mostly between whatever stories they develop that create from it. And honestly, it's definitely indeed worthy. But I guess in more categories between anything of homosexual relationship stories, me personally, it just more you get a chance to see a whole in depth between other people and more in the category between understanding of same sex relationships. Hell, even the same way between a same sex story between Yuri. Like legit, I enjoy both Yuri and Yaoi, and sometimes a straight story. Also, legit, I probably have to do a different for a straight story because, oh Lord, every time that man has an inner dialogue or every time he speaks, I get annoyed, and yet she still chose to marry him. Then again, honestly, we fall allusion to the red flags, or if anything, the author knows the fact that this story is not going to end well. So it's like, well, just put a happy ending. Oh. But it really is more towards like the whole relation dynamic between certain people, experiences, and what can definitely develop more from it. Especially, I guess, is more instead of the whole traditional of females projecting themselves into a female story and legit trying to live through that character. I guess it's more of a whole same thing for Yaoi, but mostly you get a chance to see more of a whole actual enjoyment between both the emotional and physicalities between it. I'm not exactly sure, but I have read it between other people, especially since there was a video about that one, how legit women do enjoy more of the whole like same sex TV shows, movies, like stories, and it has more of a whole brighter audience than to do anything else. I already know myself included. Legit, I will watch Queer as Folks all 5 seasons on repeat. I would. Damn. After me saying that, I might actually go watch it. I actually do like it. Bad enough, there's also another. Funny enough, it's the fact that I watched the American version before I got a chance to watch the UK version. I was like, wait a minute, why does this sound familiar? Turns out, legit, the American said, let's go ahead and use the same concept, just change it up a bit. Not exactly against it, just more towards like, you can see, like, okay, where one picks up the torch and tries to continuously more. I mean, both of them are still good, especially Queer as Folks, the UK version. It kills me with the song Sexy Boy. But enough, I heard that song recently. Everybody said it's from legit the movie 10 Things I Hate About You or Like About You. The movie they had is based off Shakespeare, Much Ado About Nothing, and then, well, the legendary actor Heath Ledger when he was younger. But it's the fact that that song was in that movie. Then again, honestly, I did not grow up with that movie. I didn't. I grew up with other weird particular things. Talk about that sound completely different. But every time I listen to this sound, every time I listen to the song, I'm thinking the UK Queer as Folks. Sexy boy. It makes me laugh. But now, literally, there's be a whole plethora of gay stories that I just fucking love. I just enjoy. Hell, I'll admit, legit, I even remember I had a conversation. I've actually be having conversation with friends of mine or people that I know between, well, being extremely more comfortable of having a conversation about yaoi. Legit, again, I like yaoi. I am indeed the person that enjoy it. Especially since if there's something cute that happens in the story, yeah, I'm fangirling like an idiot. I'm over here squealing, kicking my feet up. I'll do what I did last night reading Our Sunny Days. Get a chance to go into that one. I fucking love High Biome. He is adorable. He's so cute. See, that just shows how much I just love it. But again, the whole purpose of this video between it's Yaoi Day. I did not know that until recently. So I legit decided to go ahead and just be very light about it. But besides the point is the fact that bad enough, I should have just made this video between June for Pride Month. But again, we have next year and we continuously go on. But then again, legit, every day is a Pride Day, especially when I read Yaoi, every day is a Pride Day for me. Yeah. But it really is the fact that legit, I have more of a whole laser focused vision, just laser beam focused on something that extremely up my alley, or if anything, something that's extremely same sex, and you get a chance to learn something extremely about it. Again, fellow travelers, there's this movie on Tubi. It's called Complete Strangers. The movie is good. I didn't discover it until there was like a whole, the typical doom scrolling between either TikTok or Instagram. And I'm just doom scrolling and I'm just seeing the clip of it. And I was like, oh, this looks interesting. I went to go watch the movie. It's actually good. I won't exactly say it's great or best, but it's good. The plot twist, though, didn't see coming, but boy, the actor that played the movie played it so well. You're just like, oh my god, I hate both the actor and the character. Which literally be like cases like that, like they play a character so well, you're just like, damn, I hate the person. It's like the person that played the character has nothing. Well, then again, until you found out the actor is a horrible human being. So, but it really is the fact that the character was so well insane that he continuously to piss me off every time he was on screen. And then, my beloved movie that I love fantastically is called Femme, and I love it. The movie, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, I love it. The ending is so very ambiguous and very much like it has a heavy weight of a message behind it. But if you the type of person that enjoys something between like a drama with a thriller, I definitely recommend Femme, but only if you actually want to enjoy anything of same sex of LGBTQ plus. If you're not that type of person, this ain't the channel for you, my guy. So go ahead, click away. But legit, and then again, the TV show Queer as Folks, and again, Yaoi, and then the animation itself. It's actually legit. I ain't gonna lie, legit. There'd be some like animes or movies where you literally just like, damn, there is a lot of sexual tension that should not be right there. Like again, the video game, Final Fantasy VII. There we go. So legit, I'm sorry, legit. There is too much sexual tension between Cloud and Sephiroth. But it's really the fact that Sephiroth just enjoying getting underneath Cloud's skin, but it's the fact that Cloud be blushing towards Sephiroth, and it's like, you telling me this is not giving gay energy? It's the both from R&D stream, but it's like, come on, that energy, it is too loud. You know damn well that is fan service. I ain't mad at it, but still. So definitely have that. But then you do have more between like video games, or if anything, actual otome games, or anything actual games. Again, games in general, just definitely lean towards like actual, like LGBTQ. So literally, you have that, and that's an actual win. Or bad enough is the fact that you really do have animation studios really do indeed legit find stories that people actually enjoy, like, and indeed turn it into animation. Or if anything, you can literally create an anime out of thin air, and again, sexual gay tension. And I love it. So I'm all for it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's like, legit, be friends with me. You have to just deal with the fact that I will indeed talk about anything gay related. So I am. I enjoy it. I live for it. I enjoy the many variety of stories that come from it, be it both good, be it both bad. Especially the bad ones. Oh Lord. Okay, the ones that's literally in the category of bad. Again, I already talked about the manhwa Jinx. I love the author, but Jinx. So you have Jinx, roses and champagne, and then you have Kiss Me Liar. Keith off the bat just pissed me off, and then when the story finally finished, I wasn't like, yay, they got together. Really? There is nothing that screams these two need to be together. No, really. And bad enough, I want to be able to read the actual physical novel. Because I know it's based off a novel, it just got turned into a digital web graphic webtoon. So I want to get a chance to, well, you have the novel, then you have the manhwa. I indeed want to be able to get a chance to read the actual physical novel, because if he's horrible in the manhwa, Lord, I'm pretty sure he's more worse in the novel. I have that gut feeling. And then, oh Lord, this one's the OG of them all. Kono-san from Okage no Guy. Yeah, off the bat, that one's gonna make you just. Yeah. So, yeah, legit off the bat, in his mentality, just. Now, I'm not gonna exactly deny there is two yaois I enjoy with my heart's content. I shouldn't, but I do, but they're on my own guilty pleasure. And that is indeed Viewfinder. If you're a person that discovered it either in your early teens or in your early 20s, you will know Viewfinder. And then unfortunately, Painter of the Night, especially since I'm actually intrigued to see how the live action will go. I'm still upset how Sweet Home, the material was right there, and just T-Rail just absolutely made no sense. Just So I'm just mostly waiting to see how Painter of the Night goes for that live action, but legit, those two as well from Viewfinder and Painter of the Night, legit, all honesty, I should indeed hate them, but it's also the fact that, well, I'm going to go ahead and talk about between those two in a different video. But overall, it just more towards the fact that I enjoy the whole concept, the idea, and the plot and energy that comes from it, be it both good and being very just obscured. I enjoy it truly. Especially since the ones I was enjoy reading are indeed Our Sunny Days. So I definitely was loving it. And then my other beloved one, Blood Bank, that one is perfect. But then you have the recent one, legit, between I recently discovered, I ain't gonna lie, the male lead kind of kept. I wanted to give him the grace of period, just legit, be like, okay, he probably gets better. He does, but it's like, oh god. But legit, the story is called Well Known Love Affair. And, well, if anything, the synopsis of that one is the fact that you have. Well, he's mostly a bakery manager, but he literally runs management between every different hotels that his father owned. So, indeed, he comes from a very rich background, and his father owns many different locations. And his son mostly just management for anything of cooking relations. That's about it. He still helps run the business, but is mostly focused on the whole cooking, baking management. So he makes sure that it goes to every location, making sure that everything is in correct order, everything is in tip-top shape, making sure that everything is in neat and in order. I mean, as you should, because if you're running a hotel and you're having between certain clientels and business, so it makes sense. So that makes sense. But legit, it's the fact that how the story develops more is between he runs into someone that he used to go to school with, but it's the fact that legit both of them are completely different from each other. But legit is mostly the fact that one thing just led to another. It went from dating advice to something completely different. It's like legit, if you give it a chance, it's not exactly bad. It's definitely wholesome, but I could definitely see where people will find the issue of it. So our main character, well, two main characters. So one is Songha, and our beloved other one is Dojinsu, I believe. Yes. Okay, so you have Jinsu, then you have Songha. But literally, if you also look at it, is literally Grump X Sunshine. Literally, he looks at him like a hamster. He's so adorable. But I know it's the fact that Song Hall compares him to a bright yellow flower, which is indeed accurate. He's literally bright. He's a bit quirky, but literally he has that whole like whimsical childlike energy. But they're both the same age, so. But the more issues the fact that legit it's not exactly the plot itself, it's more towards the way how the characters are looking. In Jinsu's category, he basically looks like he's still stuck in pubescent age, but again, this man is in his mid-20s going on 30. And it's the fact that if you look at Songha, he definitely looks like he's again in the appropriate age. Now, legit, I can understand why people said it's kind of off putting, but then again, you also have to remember the fact that some people in real life indeed have that whole, again, appearance that they look like they're stuck in a certain pubescent age, but realistically, they're not. They just, unfortunately, have that stuck age looking image, but realistically, they're in a different age bracket. So you over here thinking that person still looks 18, found out they are indeed in their 30s or more older than that. So legit, not exactly shocking, but again, I can still see a whole like it's off-putting, it's weird, it's definitely still strange. But again, it's literally more towards like sometimes Yaoi itself take inspiration from real life. So and in real life, you really do have like cases like that. Especially since I remember watching a video, the person, she looks like she's still in her pubescent age. Nope, she's literally in her 20s. But now she really is stuck because she had a tumor removed, and it's the fact that her like image state in the way her height and appearance is definitely stuck of that age. But she is indeed adult. She gets like her ID is legal. She able to buy liquor, go to a bar. But unfortunately, if you're a sick son of a bitch, you're just ugh. But again, it really is shows the fact like when you have something like that into a story, it's gonna be off-putting. It's indeed will be weird. But if you move from that side factor, the story is actually good. It's definitely wholesome. It definitely has moments of angst and suspense. But other than that, it really is more of a whole actual wholesome story. It's just a lot of turbulence you have to get through. But again, most stories do get through a lot of turbulence before it actually gets better. And then there's another one I legit enjoy the most, especially since the recent chapter left me on a cliffhanger. And boy, and this one is called Talisman. I'm trying to figure out if it's in between a thriller or a horror. Well, I guess more like psychological, I guess, but still, it's definitely supernatural aspect. Okay, so it's mostly just drama with a hint of supernatural. No, definitely a hint of supernatural. It's like legit, it's there, but it's not exactly a heavy focus. But you'll see it at times as you continuously to progress through the story, and the story is actually good. It has you hooked from left to right, and it definitely has me hooked. So that's definitely more of the stories I actually continuously enjoy. So, like I said, even though I didn't know today was like Yaoi Day, that still did not stop me for continuously to enjoy it every single day. Then again, I'm gonna look it up to see when did Yaoi Day started. When did this happen? So, so I'm looking it up. It says Yaoi and Yuri. Again, still have no problem with Yuri as well, especially since there's another one I'm enjoying as well. Get a chance to talk about that one too. So legit, well, like Japan. But again, I wonder. Well, then again, luckily that you have social media for that one. I just didn't really know it existed. I really didn't. I did not know. Now I'm just dumbfounded, just like, damn, so this has existed and I didn't know about it, and legit, there was not that much videos on it. I feel hurt. I feel bamboozled. I'm literally just shocked. No, I am legit shocked. Just like, you telling me the entire time there was Yaoi Day, Yaoi slash Yuri Day, and there was no social videos about it. Ugh. The audacity. I'm hurt. It's like legit this entire time I continuously to move in life, still being the person that enjoy yaoi. But I did not know there was a day that was legit celebrated for the two things I enjoy. Now I'm feeling very conflicted about that one. I'm not gonna exactly deny. But well, legit definitely something I continuously look forward to. But then again, who am I kidding? I look forward to it to every single day. Especially since today is also Yuri Day, Yuri slash Yaoi Day. Well, luckily enough, you're gonna probably be intrigued or shocked at the same time. But I literally have a Yuri tab, and there is 86 pages. It's like again, like I said, I enjoy both. Especially since one of them I definitely remember reading. But then again, I didn't get a chance to continuously to finish it, so hopefully I will one day. Hopefully. But again, that still ain't gonna stop me to enjoy it. So I wonder if I could discover any more like good Yuri. If anything, I should find ones that says recently new. So unfortunately, I'm not gonna get a chance to find that one. Oops, let me be careful. Oh, sorry about that. Man, scrolling through this is like, yeah, half of these stories I indeed read. And some of them I did not finish. Especially this one. Whew, this one. I should just reread it from the beginning, but boy, was it interesting. I remember this one. That one's kind of a bit weird. That kind of, not fully. It was kind of. Definitely remember that one. Nope, legit. There's definitely a couple in here that I indeed remember reading. But the one legit I definitely enjoy reading was legit Bad Thinking Diary. But literally, it was mostly the female version. The only issue was there was, well, I talked about this when I was literally talking about the story Jinx, but Bad Thinking Diary really is just like a whole, well, it's like your typical romance drama story. But only issue is the fact that, again, it's Yuri. But it's mostly the fact that they use the male leads from the story Jinx. So they use three characters. Two of them are the main character, and one of them just a side character. So the main character is Jo Jack Young, and then our beloved Kim Dan. And then the side character, He Sung. Honestly, if you legit ask me who I'm on, He Sung. He Sung's still a red flag, but if you ask like legit, He Sung is the type of person that probably be like, babe, I'm sorry to do this to you, but I'm breaking up with you. I'm sorry. It's me, not you. I am so sorry. I don't know. That's the energy I get from it. Now that is literally the energy I get from He Song. Or I could be wrong. We just gonna wait when the author makes those side stories for the characters because I need a full in dive on a He Song. But now, literally, if I have to choose between He Song or Jo Jack Young, I'm picking He Song. I'm going with the pink hair actor. So I'm going with him. So I'm going with the pretty boy. uh, anyway, going back to the main focus. So you have those three characters and Bad Thinking Diary. Well, you'll see it because the female lead, she literally looks like the female version of Kim Dan. Our second female lead, the love interest, she's literally the female version of Jo Jack Young. Only issue is she doesn't have a shitty personality like him. She's just an introvert who gets embarrassed easily, who just wants to be like, look, I ain't got beef with nobody, but somehow people got beef with me. That's literally the energy she has. She's like, damn, I just can't exist. I just have a resting bitch face, and somehow issues and problems still come towards my way. But then again, legit, if you read her backstory, she kind of like, yeah, I kind of am like a horrible human being. So, but it's like she's aware of it. That's why she literally treats her friend like, yeah, I got feelings for her, but just best not to act on it. And then he song is already have fox energy and jinx. Imagine female he song and bad thinking diary. If you think the same correct thing, you be correct. Only issue is the fact that he song himself knew what his end goal was, but once it didn't exactly land, the thought it was gonna land, and he said, "Yeah, nope, go ahead, I ain't want none of it." The female he song, I think her name was Hera, but I could be wrong. I'm gonna just call her female he song. She, on the other hand, you abuse her ego. Yeah, she coming from blood like shark in the water. So legit, if you look at Bad Thinking Diary, the female leads and the side character really do look like, well, the male leads and the side characters from Jinx. Not exactly saying it's a bad thing, because again, let's be honest, we all created stories of manhwa novels inspired by something we enjoy, have watched and read. Like legit Twilight. And then we have Mixed Signals Billionaire Dude. And then and then because of that, we have Psychopath Mob Boss that kidnaps people. So yeah, legit, we do just be like inspiration from other things, and like, let me go ahead and use the inspiration of this for change it. Which legit, yeah, definitely change it for you won't continuously do a whole plagiarism or copyright anything. So, but it's literally the fact that again that particular thing we're just not going to talk about, especially between two of those three. Ah, but legit, it's really towards the fact of one. Well, they're both very chaotic messes, but you could tell who was more of an issue between the Yuri one than the Yaoi one. And yeah, she really did have a big ego, especially she's so used to getting things her way. But when reality and the person she had her eye on said something completely different, universe said, "Huh, you thought the love interest she thought she was gonna go ahead and finally get?" She said, "Hell no." And she again, shark in the water, like legit. She was indeed out for blood. The only issue is the fact that she really did not care who life she messed in the process. She didn't. But legit still was happy that both the female leads did have happiness with each other. It just was a giant clusterfuck, let's be honest. But again, legit, it's definitely in one of those things I continuously to enjoy. Again, I enjoy reading, especially anything obscure to a certain point. Because again, I'm reading a certain story right now, and then again, every time he opened his mouth, I just, oh god. It's like legit, have a female lead that legit runs into someone like him, and she's like, don't mind me, I'ma just grab my stuff, leave, excuse me please, fuck this shit, I'm out. It's like legit, have a female lead for that one. This man using every tactic in the book, and she just like, dude, don't you see the fact that the shit that you're doing makes me not like you even more? It's like legit, have a female lead for that one. I mean, if you use that for inspiration, by all means, do what you will. But it definitely, indeed, the things I continuously to enjoy. I just enjoy reading. But I just mostly enjoy the reading between both Yaoi. I had a whole fucking hello. I got caught up in my brain for a moment. You have Yaoi, then you have Yuri. I still enjoy both categories regardless of anything, and it really doesn't matter to me. But again, like I said, I still enjoy me a good straight story as well. But honestly, sometimes the American ones, I'm not gonna lie, my ass is indeed American. Even I give myself a side eye for being an American, just like, oh Lord, did we ever learn anything? But again, not anything being political, so not come from me for a witch hunt. But again, there just be some straight stories that you just read and you be like, what? But then you have some yaoi stories that you're just like, how is that physically? Ooh, that looked like it hurt. But you be like, oh my, me oh my. No, because literally. But now, literally, it's just the fact that sometimes those straight stories, I'm over here just like, legit, the yaoi ones. So I already know Monday a mess, but I already know the fact that, again, some of those like Western stories really do have you be like, yawn. But then again, there is one specifically, but then again, it's not even a whole Western story. It's literally an Eastern story. It's literally a Korean story. I'm eventually I will read the novel of it, but I'm reading legit the manhwa, and oh my god, the story is too good. So literally, when you have more of a realistic female lead, so legit, that the female lead is more realistic than anything else, which is refreshing. But the story of it, if you want to get a chance to go read it, the story is called Obedient Pregnancy, but I think it's called Submissive Pregnancy in Korea, but I could be wrong. I'm not exactly sure particularly. But I know if you translate it, it's called Obedient Pregnancy, and the story is good. The story is actually good. So if anything, you're mostly just gonna laugh at the obscurity instead of taking it seriously. But the female lead, you will indeed root for. It's like legit, the story is actually good. It just also, again, the female lead kind of more a bit realistic. She's on the pervert side, but a bit more realistic. But I definitely enjoyed the story, and I'm still continuously enjoying it, especially since recently it just updated. And I ain't gonna lie, legit off the bat, it just more towards like you telling me towards the angst part. Now she just like, congratulations. But legit prior, everything else just, again, I'm trying not to spoil too much, but a little spoilers is the fact that, again, they do get married, but it's also even before marriage, they legit just do a lot of anything unprotected. So, and how the hell she did not get pregnant off the bat still just astonished me. But regardless of anything, the story is still good. I still love it. I still enjoy it, and it still brings a smile to my face. It's like, but then again, every time I read the story, I'm just over here counting to the minutes that fucking up, like new chapter uploads. So definitely looking forward to that one. But again, that's just mostly the bizarre things I continuously to like and enjoy, especially for stories I enjoy. LGBT, Yaoi, Yuri, and sometimes straight. It has to catch my interest. But legit, just mostly trying to keep it light, keep just again showing things like this, just being very more open, honest, and comfortable. I would show between the pictures, but then again, honesty, I do not need to go ahead and have certain beloved sites I enjoy reading be fucking finally deleted. Not doing that one. I'll literally go ahead and talk about the names. But I guess also another thing, if anything, I'll probably put in the whole certain, if you want recommendations, I probably just put them down in the description. But overall, the whole idea was to legit keep it light, keep it simple, keep it as me, and again, try to be very more open, honest as much as possible, and letting certain parts of my little unhinged side out. It's still an uphill battle, it's still a struggle, but it mostly depends on being more free, being more comfortable, and continuously to be comfortable expressing myself in every certain way. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. That was an accident. Well, unfortunately, I just live for embarrassment at this point. But overall, just again, trying to keep things open, honest, trying not to be so gross about it. Because again, sorry for that burp. But again, just try to be human, raw, open, exposed much as possible. I'm legit, I might be a tomboy and I might dress androgynous at times or just keep it very simple. But even I'm not gonna lie, the fact that even my ass, who's extremely girly at times, even I'm like, I am so disgusted with myself just doing that. Yeah, legit. That's gonna be stuck in my mind, playing on repeat. And now every time that just happened, I'm gonna continuously be like, just continuously to be annoyed or hate myself for it. Again, trying to just deal with it, just trying. I'm like, what the fuck is that green dot? I forgot headphone. Not headphone, microphone. Anyway, but legit, I'm just mostly just gonna go ahead and just end the video here. Just try to keep it very much, well, again, simple. And again, just continuously to upload and record regardless of anything. It's still a very uncomfortable feeling, but I don't know. We're gonna see. But if anything, I'll catch you next time. Hopefully you're okay. And then if you do enjoy the videos that I upload, I'm not gonna exactly do the whole leave a like, comment. Just continuously to watch the videos. That's all I need. That's about it. But I hope that you're okay. I hope that you continuously to give yourself much love, care, and compassion. And honestly, I'm gonna learn to do the same. I am finna go. I'm gonna go watch Netflix and just watch something that brings me joy and happiness into my life. But if anything, take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time.